Yeah, did you bring the weed?
Yeah! Got some.
Just a little bit. A little bit, just enough.
Interesting.
Cool.
Do you hear us? Well.
I'm Jonny. I'm from the UK, as you might be able to tell. Not by looking at me, but by listening. I come from a small town in the north of England called Scunthorpe, which is famous for not really anything. Steel, maybe. I'm mainly known from being the clean singer of Violet, who were around until 2014, but I left in 2012 and I was with them for 6 years, I think. Played a lot of shows with them and recorded 2 EPs and an album. And I've also had some side projects going in my own stuff, and I've featured in other bands' songs, and yeah, that's it really. That's me.
Did you say the tone was Scunton or Scumbag?
Scumbag. Actually, in Scunthorpe, the word C-U-N-T is. I don't know why that's there. We'll cut that bit out, but I think we got what we needed.
Yes.
Antoine.
Yeah, Antoine.
Antoine.
Yeah, in 2013 we got to play Violet, but Jonny had already left. It was the Jordan era, and we really got along. Guess you agree with me? Maybe. And as those guys are the nicest guys ever, we got in touch and we stood in touch for all this time. And when Mikael told us he wanted to stop singing in the band, we kinda went looking for a new singer, as you might expect. And I don't know, I got in touch with Wabi, who was the drum player in Violet, and told me, yeah, Jonny is one of the best singers I've ever known, so you might get in touch with him. And I've been working on some very long texts.
Yeah, he sent me a really long message, and I started reading it, and I realised it was very serious, and he was quite professional about it. Just the serious element, I was like, yeah, okay, this guy he means it.
Yeah, I meant it, yeah. Like 2 days prior to something.
Yeah, it came at a really cool time as well.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say anything else about that, but it was a good time for that message to happen.
Yeah, and then we started to talk on the internet. We exchanged some songs.
Yeah.
We've sent you Golden.
Some demos.
Some demos, and you told us it was cool for you, and you would agree to join us.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much it.
Once I learned about Pierre, then the deal was done. I won't tell you anything else about that.
We don't want to know.
Next.
It was not really a French, non-French choice actually. It was maybe a matter of personality and of skill. But at the time we were searching for... You're talented.
Sweet.
So at the time we were searching for a new singer. It happened that Jonny was available and interested, so we were quite happy about it. But it could have been actually a French guy, French girl maybe. English guy, German guy, German girl, Swedish guy. I mean, every possibility was there, but we are quite happy to have found such a handsome guy with little curly blonde hair. Yeah.
Little.
Yeah. It was more about someone who would suit the music we're about to release more than an English versus a French guy. Yeah.
And actually, we will talk more about it later, but it's part of a whole change in our band and our lives.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes.
I think so.
I think so. What Pierre was trying to say actually was that Jonny is quite versatile and he will accompany, I think, our change of style of music genre to become maybe more versatile ourselves. So yes, as Pierre said, yes.
It's a new, whole new scope of.
Well, to be honest, I did have a few doubts, but only within myself, whether I was prepared or willing or emotionally ready to take the risk to put my soul into something that was, you know, if it was a band in England, I could just say, yeah, I'll pop round, and it's like, but yeah, these guys have been really nice, and the music. And once I realised that actually each of them individually are absolute geniuses musically, so that was where my doubt ended. I would say, I don't know what I'm going to say to this one. I don't know, in French. They're definitely French, so.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's a punch, that's fine.
You know, in all ways, I didn't previously know any of these guys, whereas I grew up with a couple of members of Violet, so the whole relationship building thing is underway. But musically, there's, I don't know, I would like to say more modern. I don't really want to say too much because it might come across as offensive to people, or, you know, to Violet maybe. I don't want to say too much about what's different, apart from I will enjoy it more.
This wasn't a choice really. Right after Wonders we were already trying and working on ideas that would become golden. And the fact is that Jonny came at the right time and it was an instant fit. So yeah, it was more of a natural evolution than a choice in terms of style.
I think we all share the same kind of, in a way we search for the same thing in music. What we want from music is a specific feeling based on the mood, anything like that, but really it's a case of us all evolving and growing through finding what we like about certain elements of music and then cultivating that and letting it grow within what we create.
There is more rock elements. There used to be a lot of rock sonorities on Wonders, but it's something we tend to add more and more, and maybe less metal sound. So that's it.
And maybe at the time we are more formatted like post-hardcore bands, generic post-hardcore band, and we are not assuming to add every pop or alternative rock elements we wanted to add actually. So now we have lots more possibilities and a blonde singer, so everything is going well. So both musically and in our private lives, we've come to a point where we feel like we don't want to be blocked by anything or to have any limits to our hobbies or passions or anything. So we really want to experiment everything we can actually. So I think this is part of the new you, because I don't really understand the term otherwise. But it will be like a new life, new music, new band, new orientation, I think, and something really, really open, really. Yes.
We don't want to set any limits to what we create. No borders.
I think maybe about stripping it down to the foundation and working from there again with a better understanding of music generally.
Yeah.
I think. Well, that speaks for me mainly, but I think it probably relates
As
to it as
well.
well.
Mindset, yes.
Maybe love, hope, good
Yeah,
things.
if you're speaking of a very sure message of, well, basically, I think anyone who has our music in their life, we hope that it is in a positive way, obviously, to begin with, but I don't know, just to hopefully connect with some people and maintain and build that connection and that relationship with any fans and friends that we meet along the way. Yeah. It's fresh, it's new, it's coming for you. Definitely don't put that in. I didn't mean to rhyme it, but...
Yeah, and maybe as we are writing the new songs really freely, I think, not being limited by any music genre or anything, we would also maybe like to communicate this to anyone listening to our music, just not being limited to any music genre or anything. You can like buy 3 EPs at once, buying our EP, so it would be quite nice, quite economic also.
Yeah. Yeah, I think basically is the point of we want to get it across that people create music, and then that's literally it, and it shouldn't be, oh, these people make this kind of music, and therefore if you're not a fan of that kind of music, then you're not going to bother listening to them. It should just be, this is music, do you like it? And if you don't, then that's cool, but we love it. Right, it's got to be things like energetic.
Yeah, definitely.
With chill elements,
Catchy.
ambience.
Ambience, yeah, atmospheric. Yeah. Enchanting also. I think it has. Yeah, we make good music. There are multiple scenes, and unfortunately it's like categorised in genres, but it is starting to sort of blend. Even like pop music at the moment is like, I don't know, it's like all a combination. It's all like intertwining, like hip hop and like old 80s sort of stuff, and even like some old 90s style dance and anything like that. Yeah, there's a lot of recycled elements coming back through, and they're sort of, I don't know, rock-wise, there's still a lot of metal bands, and they're still metal, so we'll leave that alone. But yeah, in terms of comparing the French scene to the English scene, my French scene knowledge is very minimal because I've been to Paris 3 times, and yeah.
For me, he's a perfect match for us. He's a very hard worker. He's humble, which means he never takes criticism in a bad way. Always towards evolving towards something good and better. And humanly speaking, I would say he's perfect for us, as he's as retarded as we are.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's a bit crazy, but we are crazy.
So Dad!
Crazy is
I don't
good.
think that's a good word.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Anyone else?
I think he's quite handsome, we already said it.
We already
I think-
covered that.
I think the blonde hair are really nice actually.
Mm.
I think I said like
So there's now 7 of us in the room,
10
and I'm
times,
still the only
but,
blonde.
it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
And yeah, he's really talented also, of course.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
a really
That helps
nice
a lot.
voice, really nice voice, and he likes to learn French words, so it's quite interesting also.
Energy, passion. As before, I think that's not going to change. Not that I've seen these guys, but based on a music video and maybe a small performance. Well, these guys know better than me how they perform on stage, but yeah, it's going to be energetic. It's going to involve people, and it's going to address people personally as well. I think that's important.
Yeah, it's the main goal. For me, I would say Emarosa, Thanksgiving Dance, and The Weekend.
For me, it would be a lot of experimental things, contemporary music and electronica, stuff like that.
For me, I'm a big fan of all project of Demon album, and I really like Architects and August Bundred.
I'm currently, since 2013, I've been obsessed with the 1975 and anything that sounds even slightly like them, which I'm struggling to find. I literally base all of what I listen to now, I compare it to them, and I'm just struggling really. Apart from that, before that I was obsessed with, like you said, Jonny Craig as a vocalist. Musically I went through a sort of indie and then kind of experimental weird phase, a cool phase, not drug related, but yeah, apart from that, also The Weekend, big time. Actually I went really hip hop for a while, a lot of ASAP Rocky, which I don't know, I think I definitely learned something from it, and then before that, metal, a lot of metal.
And for me it would be Maroon 5, I think, Phoenix, Circa Survive, and the Dillingers, they plan to keep consistency.
Circa, yeah, sorry, Anthony Green, I need to mention his name because he's
Really handsome boy.
a
also.
very, very
Really
nice
handsome.
man, he's a very nice man, and genius as well, and an amazing voice, as if we weren't going to say that about him.
And we met him.
And we met him in Paris.
Yeah.
Played for him.
And apart from music, anything apart from music?
Bright lights, pink bright lights. No, I think the colour of the sky is when the sun sets. That's like the feel for me. Like nice, warm. I like things that when you have moments in life where you don't necessarily want to die then, but if you did die then, you'd be cool with it. I don't know if anyone else shares that with me, but there's certain times in life where you go, yeah, I think I'll be alright now. Like, I mean, I've got a lot of unfinished stuff, but yeah, the moments, it could be based on like friends, family, like just, I don't know, that inspires me.
Good.
No.
The life and brain of Matthew Healy, or Matty if we're going to be.
Big.
Yeah.
In life.
Fun.
Like,
Fun.
I don't know.
Fun. Creative.
Full of wonder. Full of, honestly,
Yeah.
it's going to be cool. Cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
Cool.
Always the 1975. Always.
Anyone
But
else?
also, I think it was originally written everything by one guy, but a band I was shown recently by my best friend Jordan, band called Patternist. I think they're from the States, but yeah, some really, really cool and colourful vibes. Really, yeah, just like really major and just a really good feel to all the tracks. So Patternist, yeah. There are more, but just the 975 really, to be honest.
Maybe.
You should actually just take just the 975, to be honest. But that is all of my answers.
Right.
Of course, A Time to Hope. Oh, like best friends in France.
The Japanese House.
Oh. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
good call. Yeah.
And that's all?
And of course, Big Sean.
Okay.
No, that I don't think I've even heard a Big Sean song, so we'll ignore that. Big Sean. Yeah, we were talking about his gig. You were talking. Sorry, that was us. On your phone, you showed me the stadium with the drones. Big Sean, yeah.
Muse?
Muse, was it Muse?
Yeah, it was.
Oh god, well that's really similar. No wonder I got that confused.
Yeah, but Matthew Bellamy from Metallica, yeah.
Nope.
I think
Apart from the
it's
fact we have a single to release in
Yes.
April,
In April.
which if you haven't seen our introduction to Jonny video,
Mm-hmm.
then you won't really need to watch it now because we've just told you. Well, basically April 7th, around tea time. Around tea time if you're English, and
Beer time.
après matin. Après-midi. You know what I'm saying? After the morning. When the morning ends, what happens next?
Yeah, so around 7.
Yeah, around 7 p.m. on April the 7th, 2016. You can quench your ears. Don't say that. April 7th, Golden.
Why did you choose to take Jonny into this project and not a French singer?
Well,
for
basically what we
example?
thought was...
Maybe someone of the French group?
Am I of the French group?
I don't think so.
It's a mine.
No, it's not.
Because I'm a bit pale, so maybe. I'll think more. Yeah.
Swedish.
Swedish, maybe.
No,
Swedish.
Irish, French.
Irish, definitely.
Okay. I don't know how to do the Irish accents.
Yeah, the camera's from there.
The camera. Not me.
Okay.
Oh putain, me pêche. Regarde pas trop l'écran, hein. Regarde pas l'écran, gros. C'est
Vas-y,
So musically speaking, Jonny is quite versatile.
Mhm.
Maybe sexually also.
Good. It wasn't a choice really. Right after Wonders, we were already.
Both musically, both, yeah, both. Yeah, so I think that both. Yeah, so both musically and stop laughing. Yeah. So both musically and thanks you. Yeah. So about you. So both musically and in our private. Both
He has a very small penis. He wears girls' jeans, nail varnish, gay hair. Sorry,
Yeah,
that was about someone else.
everything, so yeah. We can go on to the next one.
Speak about Wonders.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh!